Bitcoin could play a bigger role in the 2022 midterm elections in the United States. A new platform called Engage Raise is gearing up to launch next month and would enable federal candidates to boost their campaign war chest with Bitcoin donations more easily. Joining us now to discuss is Engage Labs CEO Martin Dough-belle. Hi, Martin, thanks for joining us. So Engage Labs is the parent company of Engage Raise. Explain how this works.
Yeah, so Engage Labs is building software for political and civic engagement, and one of our first and probably most important product at this point is Engage Raise, which is a digital fundraising platform that has a special focus on bridging the gap between the political and the policy community and the crypto community. And right now, as you talk about in your last segment in a different context, as Washington starts to pay more attention to crypto, it's more important than ever for crypto to get involved politically. And generally, there are two ways to do that. One is to organize and whip a lot of votes, and the other one is to participate on an institutional level. And we have developed software that will allow people to make cryptocurrency donations to candidates, campaigns, and issue-based organizations in a way that's fully easy for campaigns to accept and is fully compliant with FEC regulations.
How much crypto do you think could be raised in this midterm election cycle? And do you have any historical data to back, or to make a prediction?
Well, that's an open question, and we're going to find out. It's actually been kind of hard to pin down. Some estimates have been in the range of $30 million over the past couple of years have come from crypto sources. I've seen other estimates that are in the nine figures. There was an estimate published recently that crypto is going to give more money to campaigns than the pharmaceutical or the defense industry over the next two cycles. It is crucially important that crypto get involved, as I mentioned, with politics now and to open a dialogue with policymakers.
Well, Sam Bankman-Fried, the CEO of FTX, has said that he could spend up to $1 billion on campaign donations on the upcoming elections. Any thoughts on that? I mean, that could, blast through that $30 million prediction there.
Yeah, that would raise the ceiling pretty quickly. There are socially minded CEOs in this space, obviously, like Mr. Bankman Freed, who have a lot of different motivations and are getting involved, in politics for a number of different reasons. And we want to be here not only to facilitate donations in kind of the native currency, obviously, of the industry, but also to provide advice to people who are trying to direct their resources in the most productive way that will achieve the outcomes they want and will develop the relationships and build the coalitions that will most benefit the space.
Are there any crypto whales you're talking to who are interested in particular in providing crypto donations for this election cycle? And you mentioned defense and such, so they have crypto on the books that they might want to give?
No. So I'm sorry for the misunderstanding. The industry overall is going to give more money to political campaigns than the pharmaceutical industry or the defense industry.
Okay, gotcha.
And we're just providing a mechanism so that those donations could be done in the form of cryptocurrency.
Then in terms of any
Sorry.
folks that you might be aware of who where they want, like any whales that do want to use this tool?
Well, I don't want to put anybody on the spot right now, but we're open to advise anybody. Obviously, our platform will be available for anybody to use, and anybody who wants more information can go to engageraise.com or can email info@engagepolitics.com.
What do you think the impact of this crypto bear market we're seeing will be on the donations? I mean, they're going to be worth a lot less than they were last year.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. Obviously, people are probably in a more generous mood during a bull market. But on the other hand, Washington is first starting to learn about cryptocurrency, and this is probably the first bear market where crypto has been in a major spotlight like this. So some negative perceptions are coming about in Washington. People aren't familiar, and it's important now for crypto to develop and not only a positive, but we don't need to spin it, but an honest narrative, and to develop political coalitions that will prevent maybe folks in Washington from overreacting and crushing an industry that can still be very innovative and help a lot of people.